This is a 5 on your side local news update.
Last week, miserably hot. This week, much more comfortable. Temperatures are still in the 80s around St. Louis, lower 80s for us right now in the metro because of the cloud cover. Looking over at Forest Park, you've got the ball fields there. It'd be pretty nice to be out on the ball fields today compared to last week's scorching weather. Now, the clouds are a little bit thinner as you go farther west and northwest of St. Louis. That's a look right now out in St. Charles. You just see a few puffy clouds. Otherwise, pretty bright there. We are mostly cloudy in town, though, and points to the south and east. Thicker clouds do exist. Dew point still 68, 81 degrees. Winds are out of the north at the moment on the light side at 9 miles per hour. That's tending to keep the air reasonable for us. And the fact that we have the clouds around at this moment, that's limiting how warm we can get. Those that have seen a little more sunshine, it's a little bit warmer this afternoon. Temperatures generally in the low to mid 80s where you have seen some sunshine. Those clouds thicker from St. Louis south and east. And we really find a few isolated showers down to the south of St. Louis. Just like we saw yesterday, a couple of small cells bubbling up here and there. But none of this is very dramatic. It doesn't last very long, nor do we anticipate it being all that widespread. In the metro area, while we can't completely rule out an isolated shower, that chance this afternoon is about 15 to 20% that something might pop up, and that would be about it. Next 6 hours, Futurecast generally trying to kick off a stray shower, rumble of thunder here or there. Most of it is going to be farther to our southeast, down across far southeast portions of Missouri, far southern portions of Illinois versus being in our area. So for the next few hours, we do think we get back into the mid 80s. We have a mostly cloudy sky in St. Louis. Low chances through about 7 o'clock of seeing an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but it's not going to be anything dramatic. Tonight, we drop back into the upper 60s, lower 70s. Again, if you end up with some rain today, there's a chance you could have a little bit of patchy fog early tomorrow morning, but we're not expecting widespread visibility problems. Tomorrow should be just a hair warmer as this upper level system down to our south finally slides away. Winds will be on the light side. Once again, a mix of sun and clouds, and once again, that upper level system still close enough to us to give us an isolated shower or thunderstorm chance, mainly south and east of St. Louis as we go through the peak heating tomorrow during the afternoon and evening hours. Could it happen in St. Louis? Well, this particular high resolution model says sure, it could. But again, it's about a 15 to 20% chance. It should not be anything widespread, and it also should not last very long. Winds are expected to be pretty much on the light side again tomorrow, and then by the evening hours, everything tends to fade once we lose the heat of the day. Our next system, the one that has the potential to produce more significant rain for a larger number of us, if not most of us, is set to arrive later on Thursday. Now, we'll have to watch and see if we end up with thunderstorm complexes out here that move in. Looks like there's an opportunity for that as we head into the wee hours Friday morning. Don't think by the time it would get here at that hour it would be severe, but the potential's there for some downpours. And then that will dictate how warm we actually end up getting on Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon into Friday evening, another batch of showers and thunderstorms, and it looks like there's some more energy around for Saturday to keep at least the chance of showers and thunderstorms in the area and lower our temperature. So we do think Thursday is going to be the hottest day this week, into the mid 90s with the humidity to go along with that. And then later in the day, and especially during the evening and overnight, the chance for showers and thunderstorms will be a little more widespread, we think, across the area. If we have extra clouds on Friday, that would keep us in the 80s versus 90. I don't think any of us would complain about that. Saturday, we should stay in the 80s, and then we'll creep back into the lower 90s early next week as the heat tries to build across the area. Next week, after Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, looks like the upper level ridge is pretty close to St. Louis, so we could see low, perhaps mid 90s, and potentially a heat index, again, flirting with heat advisory criteria between 100 and 105 degrees by the middle of next week.
This has been a 5 on your side local news update.